Hey loves, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, you are most welcome. If you're a returning, what's up? Good to have you back here again. Happy Monday. Today is a Monday and my t-shirt has been written coffee times 3, like coffee, because we need all the energy we can get to start this new week. So today I want to ask you, you're opening a new business, yeah? Like you're opening a new shop. How many bills are you supposed to start with? Have you ever thought about it? Or do you just open and splurge? How many bills is someone supposed to start with? Now, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, kindly consider subscribing. I will really appreciate it. So that to can wear that's Swanglish, so that we can grow. Yeah, plus it's also encouraging if you subscribe, at least nona tuna grow, So now you remember that person who said don't put all your eggs in one basket. How come? Okay, that's just what I think about when I think about biashara, because one thing you find that someone opens a biashara, like you open a shop and then you want to start with like 10 bills. Here's the thing: if you're starting out and you have a lot of capital, say for example you have 100 G's that you want to pump in, like get like 5 different bills, you want to do that. That's a good idea, but it's not a smart idea. All right, when you're stocking your shop, you've just started out. Why are you starting out with everything? I always advise that it is important to start with like 2 bills max. Yeah, start with 2 bills. I know the shop might look like empty-ish. Even this shop, when I was starting it, I started with 2 bills. Yeah, start with 2 bills first. Reason for starting with bills kiasi is so that you can be able to track your sales. Yeah, see how are things going, how is the business around this area, so to be able to track your sales. That's one of the reasons why you need to start small when you are opening a biashara. Okay, another reason why you need to start small is so that you can also understand your market. All right, when you open a bill, like 5 different bills, you're not going to understand nini exactly what wanataka, because truth is, yes, we try to do bookkeeping, we try to monitor nini, but you're going to lose track of it at some point. Outajua at the end of the month nini lose most, not unless you're very keen. Yeah, so to be able to study your market and to know what exactly works well at the place that you are at, what works well, so that you know what you should stock more. Okay, but if you stock everything at once, it's gonna confuse you and you probably won't be able to understand your market well. All right, another reason why you should not stock up like sana when you're opening a biashara is that you will have a lot of dead stock. Okay, and here's why: utafungwa bills mingi at the same time, and then, like for example, in a like location like this, yeah, I open like 5 bills. They're gonna come, and then after like a week they'll be like, haujaleta mali zingine, you haven't brought new stock, and then they won't want to like see the stock that you already have. They'll just want to be seeing the stock, so they won't be coming. So what does that mean? You're going to have a lot of dead stock, or your sales are going to move very slow. But imagine if you were to open a shop, like for example Mtumba shop, and then every Monday, yeah, you open a new bill. Tell me, clients won't be flocking at your shop, because they know every Monday magi anafungua bill mpya, as opposed to bringing everything at the same time. Got a bit distracted by a client, but that's what I was saying. One thing about business is you need to be very smart in business. You need to be very smart in how you operate. There's absolutely no harm with starting small. Yeah, it is basically testing the waters. Is it tasting or testing? It is basically, yes, testing the waters. Yeah, you can't just come and dive all in and then have a huge capital to recover. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I honestly believe, start small, then end up in progress. Test the market, because the moment you're able to do this means you're going to be operating with a lot of knowledge and understanding on how exactly you're running your business. Yeah, you'll know what you're doing and how you're doing it. Yeah, you stock like 2 bills, and it's a new place. All of a sudden you hear your clients, your regular clients telling you, can you hook me up with like t-shirts? You're like, oh, okay. Others, can you hook me up like jogger pants? And then you're like, okay, so this is also what they would be interested in. And then you stock depending on what they'd be interested in, because we don't stock according to what you like. Yeah, because that's one thing about business that also sometimes some people do not understand. Unapata una stock beli ya palazzo pants because wewe ndo unapenda palazzo pants, and you forget you are not the target market. Si wewe unanunua ujuzie, you buying so that nani na nani can also buy. So what do they like? It's a matter of what do your clients like. You go with what your clients like, not what you like, because the moment you go with what you like, chances are high you're not going to be operating well, because it's like expecting everybody to have the same taste as you, which is technically not possible. Yeah, it's not possible. Kila mtu akona kile anapenda na kile apendi. Do you know that times kuna kwanga na dress, unapata you have a dress kwa shop, your dress when mwenye ukiangalia like, hey, I would never catch myself wearing this mashinos. I would nyakwenda wapi? And you find someone coming in, they're like, oh my god, I've been looking for sequins for a long time, finally. And you're like, and you end up selling the piece. That's when you realize kuna mteja wa kila kitu. Yeah, kuna mteja wa kila kitu, and you're not your own target market. The moment you start depending on kile wewe unapenda na kile wewe unataka, you just lost it. Yeah, because you'll be stocking based on so that nichukue zangu alafu niuze the rest. Kula stock is very okay, by the way. It is very okay, but you also need to be very smart. Buy deals depending on what your clients want. You'd go to like an open air market, you find mama kabisa anawauzia booty shorts, mwenyewe haezi vaa hata kwa mkono, hawezi hata kubali kuvaa. But what does it mean? That means she understands her market, right? So if you're planning to open up a bill or open up a shop, or not even necessarily mtumba business, any business you're planning to open up, start small and then grow at it. Start small, study the market, understand the market, stock more with understanding, not with ignorance. Sawa sawa, and you're gonna be just fine. So that was just it for this particular video. I hope it was helpful to someone. Share it with whoever might need it. I would really appreciate. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Yeah, if you have any question, write it down on the comment section. I will most definitely respond to it. If it needs a video, of course, you know I'm gonna do the video for you, because why not? We have the time. That's why we are here, okay, to help each other grow, you know. So yes, if ukona swali yote unaweza niuliza tu kwa comment section, alafu ndakujibu. Sawa, asanteni sana. Take care of yourselves. Meshukuru sana sana sana. I'll see you guys on the next video, and give me an idea. Tell me, vile ulianza na bills ngapi, and how did it go for you? By the way, trust me, I'm not saying ati kuanza big is a bad thing. Absolutely not. Please understand me. Simbaya, ukitaka unaweza, but anza na ukubwa with understanding. Yeah, not ati, yay, I have the finances to buy 5 bills, and you go and buy 5 bills at once without understanding of your market area, yeah, of what your clients want, of how business moves in that particular place. Maybe that area that you're in, business moves slowly, so you're not supposed to stock up sana. Unafaa ku stock up as the business goes. You know, you can't funga pesa. You're always safer when you're liquid sometimes, yeah, than having money like umefunga kwa stock yote. Because sometimes unaweza kuwa uko na stock ndio na hauna do, unasaidikaje, unaweza koma, you get, unaweza koma. So it's very important to be smart, it's very important to be wise, it's very important to operate with understanding and not ignorance with what exactly we're doing. Okay, sawa, now for real, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. God bless you guys.